Welcome. Today we're going to talk about the Brain Thermal Tunnel Pattern Recognition and IoT project. What you can see in front of you right now is an architecture diagram of the device going through a gateway. The particular gateway that we used in this instance was just a simple UWP application. That then goes into the Azure IoT Hub, into Stream Analytics, and then it has two separate paths from there. The first path is that it goes into a SQL Azure database as well as a Power BI dashboard. So that's kind of the basics of the IoT portion of the project. And then to derive some intelligence from the data that they're collecting, they have a machine learning pattern recognition algorithm that we collaboratively developed. And what that does is it gets the data from the SQL database. They train it on their own workstations. It's part of the flow of just how they operate. And that then gets operationalized within the Azure machine learning environment. What we're going to take a look at next is an actual demonstration of the device applied to myself. Dr. Abreu decided to ask me a series of interesting questions. And we're going to show one of my answers about a particular individual I was not anticipating being asked about. What's really interesting about this particular demonstration is that you can see more or less the immediate heat dissipation and exchange that happens within my brain. So when you first see it, you can see that my temperature is actually quite high. This indicates that I'm actually spending a lot of time, I'm concerned, I'm stressed out, I'm thinking a lot. What's Dr. Abreu going to ask me? I'm kind of freaking out. I don't know. He's like, I'm going to ask you a bunch of personal questions about people. And I didn't know what kind of personal questions about what kind of people he was going to ask me. And then as soon as he hits me with that particular individual, you can see that my brain temperature starts dropping off, an indication that I'm no longer stressed out and I am, in fact, able to deal with this cognition. So let's take a look at this particular demonstration of using a proprietary device hooked up to Azure IoT Hub, surfacing into a modern application on a client device. All real time, very specific. You can use this as a lie detector if you wanted to. It's fantastic.
Immediately, I don't know any. I want to say, yeah, immediately. Okay, Bill Gates.
All I know about Bill Gates. Okay, so he started from pretty much nothing, and
how do you feel about it? I don't know about his life history. I want to know
great about
how
him.
do you feel about him?
Oh yeah, I feel great about Bill Gates. I don't have too many more feelings about him other than
no. So describe your feelings. If it is great, I don't care.
Yeah, they're all positive feelings.
So describe each one of them. What comes to you?
Oh, just general good for you kind of feelings. Not like I love you or anything like that. I think it's just good for you. You did it. Good job. Pat on the back kind of stuff. I don't know what else to say about it. Just keep spitting out, I don't know.
Well, emotions, feeling. Okay, you saw him right in front of you, and they say 10 adjectives.
10
tell
adjectives.
About the guy.
He seems all right, I guess. I mean, if he was standing in front of me, I'd be like, oh, that's cool, it's Bill Gates. But I don't think I would have
10 adjectives.
10 adjectives. So I guess he's a cool guy. Good for you. That's not an adjective. Successful.
That was pretty cool stuff. So what we're going to do now is we're going to take a look at the Excel application. We're going to just load in a bunch of data. So here's a screenshot of a bunch of data loaded in, and we simply hit this button over here, and what that does is it launches a test against our production API endpoint and gives them an answer, yes or no. Does this pattern exist in this particular data set that you sent me? And it gives back a % confidence level in yes or perhaps no. that about wraps it up for the demonstration of technical capability using the Microsoft Stack to do brain pattern recognition as well as real-time IoT.